It's estimated that 42% of homeowners will not call 811 before doing any digging projects. So we want to spread the word to contact MISDIG, the notification center in the state of Michigan, because it's fast, it's free, and it's the law. Well, even if you're using hand tools or shovels, the safest thing to do is always call. Even if you're replacing like a mailbox post or a fence post, you alter that hole in any way, you could actually damage a utility line. So always do the safe thing, call. It only takes 3 working days to have the lines located, and it's the safest thing to do.
The thing that's cool about what we do, it's not just excavating and calling before you dig, but we also have a design ticket and the element of planning and pre-planning prior to digging so that you're making it safe for the excavator and the public at large prior to actually getting to that dig point. So 72 hours before you dig, contact MISDIG either by the web, misdig811.org, or by calling 811. Place a dig ticket telling us where you're going to dig and what you're going to do. We send that out to the facility owners. They come out and mark all those facilities before you do your project.
Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. You got to listen to Mike Rowe. He says it, you got to do it, right?
He's got a great voice.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Safeexcavator.com, MISDIG 811. I'm loving that. We've got Linda Portelli from MISDIG in studio. Good morning.
Hi, Adam. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Welcome here. We're so excited to have you guys. It's like we've been planning this for a while.
Yep, we have.
So let's get right into this. Is it always a safe bet to call MISDIG before you dig? And who actually locates the lines?
Okay, it is always a safe bet to call MISDIG before you dig. It's fast, it's the law, and the facility owners or their hired contract locators are the ones who actually locate the lines. That's probably the biggest misconception about MISDIG, is that everybody thinks that we locate the lines, but we're not. We're the notification center for the state of Michigan. So.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. And I was so when is the busy season for digging?
Okay, generally in Michigan, it depends on the weather, but generally it's spring and summer. April through October could be busy, with April, May, and June being the busiest, months. But last year, October had over 100,000 tickets. So, I mean, you never know. If the weather stays nice, people are going to keep doing their projects.
So let's really quickly, for the listeners out there, MISDIG is statewide, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so how many calls do you get to locate lines in a year for, let's just say, houses? Approximate.
Well, just for houses, I don't know.
Oh,
but,
so the whole.
Yeah, there was over 900,000. I'm sure we'll go over 1 million this year.
Dang.
Yeah, that's a lot of tickets.
Yeah, it is. I'm loving that. So when a homeowner's like, all right, I'm building a deck, I'm gonna put an addition on the back. What are the lines that are for residential? What are they locating? What is usually what it is?
Okay, there could be water, sewer, telephone, gas, electric. And then homeowners have to remember that those are the public utility lines, but also they may have private lines there. If they have underground sprinklers or underground pet fences, those are real popular nowadays. If they have any outbuildings or a swimming pool, all those lines are considered private. And it's the homeowners or the owner of those private lines that have to be contacted. It's their responsibility to mark those.
Okay, which makes some sense. Now, is there a fee for MISDIG?
No, there's not. It's completely free. That's the first thing I should have said when I was saying, why call? It's free. It only takes 3 working days to locate the lines. And it's the law. So, I mean, you should always do the safest thing.
Yeah, better safe than sorry, of course.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this. When I was talking earlier to Erica, and we were talking about I have like 10 inches of mulch from years and years of adding mulch every year, right? Mm-hmm. Now I want to dig it all out. How deep can I dig before I have to call MISDIG? Or is there a number? Or is there a...
Well, there is not. We always say whenever you're disturbing the ground in any way, again, the safest thing to do is call. Why take a chance? And it's just, like I said, it's just
better safe than sorry.
Yeah, it's just the safest thing to do.
Okay, so if I'm planning, and this is the key for everyone listening, the best project is the one that's planned properly. Right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So I'm planning my project, and I'm thinking about, doing a patio, a little deck. I got to put a footing in. I'm going to think about doing it myself. I'm not sure yet, but I know I got to call Miss Dick because I just heard it all over, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many days ahead of time am I supposed to call?
At least 3 business days, but not more than 14 calendar days, you can place a dig request. But we also have what we call the E-plan. So let's say you're doing something 3 months from now.
Sure.
You can actually place that type of ticket where you find out where the lines are located. Let's say maybe you want to put an addition to a house,
Sure.
but you're not sure what side of the house you want to do it on. So you could place this E-plan ticket. It's for a single request. It's at esuite.missdig811.org. And you can place it and find out where the lines are so you can see where would be the best place to put this addition.
So the intent of that is to help people plan efficiently for whatever
Yes.
their backyard or whatever their project is going to be on their lot.
Yes, especially if they're not doing the work within 14 days.
Okay. So can you say the website again?
It's eSuite, and it's SUITE .missdig811.org.
Yeah, so you can just go to missdig.org and see the eSuite lingo. I mean, the tab.
Yes, and you can also not only call 811 or 1-800-482-7171, but you can go to our website, and if you scroll down, there's 3 boxes. One is for homeowners that says request service. You can click on that, and then a form will pop up, and it's really easy to fill out.
So it's super user friendly. I was playing around on the website earlier, and the website is missdig811.org.
Correct.
For everyone out there. And very user friendly, very consumer friendly, so it's not going to be difficult to figure out. But here's the thing. For all the contractors right now that are listening, if you're working with a homeowner and you're planning a room addition, you need to go as part of your due diligence as a contractor and check out the eSuite to make sure that there's no gas lines or cable lines or utilities that are buried there to plan properly. And that's, I think, a smart contractor should utilize Mistig as well. Does that make sense?
Right. And as a homeowner, I would even ask, if you're thinking about which contractor to use, I would ask them right off the bat, are you planning on calling Mistig? Because it is a contractor's responsibility to place the
That's what
the
I wanted to make sure.
request.
So if the contractor turns his head and looks at you and says, "Miss who?"
Well,
Oh, my
that would be a warning sign right
That's
there.
a red flag,
That's
right?
a red
Yes,
flag.
yes.
Yeah.
So
But you know what happens if they don't do that, and the best laid plans, right? So if they don't do that and they go to start and they call Miss Dig 3 days before they go to excavate and they find out all of these lines are there, now there's a change order for that homeowner to move the things or
Right,
revise
cost
the
the homeowner
plan.
more money.
Right.
That's the thing. Now, what about liability? If the homeowner doesn't call Mistig, but they hired a contractor, is there liability in the homeowner?
Well, the homeowner can place a request themselves,
Okay.
but like
Okay.
I said, it is the contractor's responsibility. But if there is no dig ticket placed and a public utility line is hit, whether it be by the homeowner or the excavator, they would be liable for damaging that
Okay.
line. Well, plus, they could get hurt.
Yeah,
So
well-
it's not only keeping the public utilities protected; it's keeping everybody safe.
That's important, and I'm glad that you said it that way. So, let's say, okay, I'm doing my due diligence, and we're ready to go. The contractor says, "Hey, we're going to call Mistig after we pick up the permit." They call Mistig. When do you guys come out? Is there like a calendar, or is it what's the usually timeline?
A normal dig request is 3 working days, but now let's say they're not starting in a week.
Yeah.
That would be their dig start date. So they have to check their ticket. Always keep your ticket number. I know a lot of times when the operator gives that ticket number or they receive it by email, they throw it away or they don't keep it. But they may have to call Miss Dig again for, let's say something's not marked. So they
Sure.
should keep that ticket number so that when they call into Mistig, they have a reference number that they can give.
Well, using the system is really easy. You guys, with the website now, the way it is, and you do get the email ticket. So all you have to do is not delete that email, and then you always have it. But it's very easy to check for updates on the site.
Yes, it is. And 65% of our tickets now are placed online, which is huge. So that keeps the lines open. If anyone's ever called Miss Dig in the summer months, back in the day when I first started, you would wait on hold forever sometimes. So now we're keeping it moving. A lot of contractors are placing their tickets online. Homeowners can place their tickets online with that e-locate, and you can get through a lot easier.
Lots of efficiencies, I guess, is what the way
It is. We're always improving.
So you say the word ticket. So just so everyone's listening, they go to missdig811.org and they say request marking. That's creates what they call a ticket.
It is.
It's not a physical...
A locate request, a ticket, that's kind of...
It's not like a ticket like at the Secretary of State's.
No.
It says number 600 and, the number on the wall is 42. You're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to wait 14 days. Not happening.
No. So
Awesome.
within 3 days, unless you say, you can place your ticket at least 3 days before, but if you're not starting for a week, you can give the operator that date, or you can put that on the e-locate, and then that would be your dig start
And the
date.
e-locate is the request form online.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the tickets are good for 21 days.
That's great. Well, guess what, Linda? Marks the end of the hour. Is that fast? Wow, right? Well, I want to thank you. Thanks for coming in. Coming up next, another great hour of Hired Done. I'm Adam Helfman. You're listening to the Hired Done Radio Network. Erica Harper.
Yeah. Erica Harper.
Long lost cousin.
Yeah.
Right? And, of course, the famous Bruce Campbell.
Famous Bruce Campbell.
Good morning, Bruce.
That's right. Good morning. How you doing?
Awesome. How you doing?
I am great.
Bruce Campbell's the CEO of Mystic, and he comes in with his Michigan State hat on tonight.
Go green.
Go white,
green.
right?
That's right. Go
Wow.
State.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I went to Michigan State.
Me too.
What year did you graduate?
85. Civil engineer.
Oh, my man.
Yeah.
I graduated in 91.
90.
Construction management.
All right.
Had a good time.
Yeah.
I lived at 321 Spartan Street.
I lived at Mount Morris.
Okay.
Drove every day.
Not a bad deal.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Lake Lansing next to the Myers.
Oh.
I feel a little left out of this conversation. I did not go to Michigan State.
The restaurant owners all knew me in town.
Oh, yeah.
But tonight, what are your predictions tonight?
Michigan State, 71-59.
I think they're going to beat Texas Tech.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
Texas got a good defense.
Yeah.
Text us 97136 if you think Michigan State's going to win. I want to hear from all the Michigan haters, which is always good.
Yeah.
So, Bruce, welcome to the show, man. I appreciate it. Welcome back. We had a great time when you were here last time.
Yeah.
And we had Linda Portelli.
Yeah, Linda
last
did a
week.
great job.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she is.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So let's get to the basics. Miss Dig, tell everyone what it is and how to contact them.
Miss Dig is the one-call notification center for the state of Michigan for getting your underground utilities marked. You make a call to 811. It's as simple as that. Or if you don't know how to use a phone, there's a device that people text on and stuff, but you can also use it to make a call. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, it's amazing. You can call on it, or you go to missdig811.org, and you go to our website and go to e-locate, and you can place a locate request that way also.
So from your cell phone, just dial 811 send.
Yep, and you're in.
Bam.
Yep.
Okay, so what is the reason people would call Miss Dig?
So if you're getting ready to do any kind of like a homeowner, whatever you're doing in your yard, from as simple as putting in a a mailbox, to a fences, to pool, landscaping, anything you're doing that's going to disturb the ground surface, you need to contact Miss Dig before you dig.
Contact Miss Dig
It's
before
the law, and it's free.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
And the reason why they have this set up is because people want, listen, no one has x-ray vision.
Right.
Right?
So-
Don't you want, right? What is it you guys say? You say, know what's below.
No,
right?
it's below.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Remember Isaiah Thomas used to say, look up.
Yeah, yeah.
He had the DTE thing.
Right.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, well, to say that, we also do overhead. So if you have problems with overhead wires, we
really?
also do overhead assist as well.
Oh, that's a good one to know.
Yeah, yeah.
So a typical project for a homeowner, a deck, putting footings in, a room addition,
Right.
tearing out, a demolition, anything
Right.
like that.
Contact Miss Dig.
Okay, that makes
Yeah, you don't want to take your cable out before the game tonight.
Oh, boy, can you imagine?
Or your neighbor's cable, even worse.
Even worse.
Even worse.
There could be violence,
There could be. That's right.
total violence. It's amazing to me. So just to give people who are listening a little bit of a grasp of the size of Miss Dig, how many people actually contact Miss Dig in a year for what we call a service ticket?
Yeah, so on the professional excavator side, we do a program called the Excavator Education Program, and we just sent out our pamphlet to 72,000 known excavating contractors in the state of Michigan. So that's just the excavators. So then there's the homeowners. So we received over 900,000 locate requests last year. Over 25% of those came from homeowners. So
Wow.
let's just round it to 1 million. So 250,000 homeowners contacted us for, and usually the homeowners, it's a one and done kind of thing.
Sure.
They're doing maybe twice. They might be doing 1 or 2 projects. So that gives you the magnitude. And we cover the entire state. And those over 900,000 locate requests turned into 15 million transmissions. So that tells you how much stuff is underground that most people aren't concerned about or don't think about. But that's like about 14 facilities per locate request.
That's amazing. So, is there a movement at all to get like all the overhead power wires to go underground too? Like, is that the trend to make things underground, like fiber optic cables, cable TV, gas, electric, water, power?
There is. It's just like everything else. It kind of goes ebbs and tides because they have so many trouble with when you lose your power from the wind, the ice
Trees,
storms in the winter,
everything
trees
falling
and all
on you.
that in the winter. So that goes on, and then they start putting everything underground, and then they go, oh, it's really getting crowded. Underground is getting very crowded because there's all the legacy facilities that are already there, and
Phone
now
wires.
you're going to put in all the new stuff on top of that, and then abandon stuff that's in the ground. So it gets to be quite a conversation. So it's something they're always evaluating, and there's some things that never move. So you have your gravity sewer and water from or not water,
gotta go
but
around
gravity
it.
sewer from your house.
So it's case by case, I guess.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So homeowners that are listening right now, and they're like, okay, it's April. I'm building a big deck June, July.
Right.
It's a little too early to call Miss Dig. Is there a way to do it virtually, like, before they, because you don't want to.
Absolutely.
So how does that process work?
So we have on our we call it our e-suite. If you go to our website and click on one of the e-packages, it goes to the e-suite, and there's an e-plan. So if you're not digging within 14 days of your dig start date, if it's just something you're planning, looking at later in the year, you can go to e-plan and put your same information in there, send that to Mistig, and then we notify all those facility owners, and they contact you back to let you know where your stuff's at. Now, they may come out and mark it, but they don't have to, but they will at least let you know, hey, the cable's coming in to the west side of your house, your electric is overhead, and your gas line, is on the same side as the cable.
So homeowners are using that information to better plan
Right.
decks or additions, and so they could maybe avoid things that were in the ground that would be expensive to relocate.
Correct.
By knowing where they are ahead of time. Do they get that? How does it? Does it come in an email or do they call them?
I think that each utility does it differently. Some will call you, some will email you, some will send their locators out to market and let you know that they came out. So that's the way, and that way you can show your contractors, especially if you're getting ready to bid a job or have some work done. That way you don't have that surprise later that, we're putting Johnny's bedroom on the west side of the house and find out, oh, we got to move it to the east side because everything's on that side of the house.
Yeah.
And then if something's in the way, it doesn't mean you can't build the project. You just have to address the fact that you have to move something.
Right.
Which adds cost.
It is cost and time.
Well, big time.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And by the way, time is the new currency.
Well, you
That's
could
right.
also, like, if you've already submitted plans to the city and got them approved, and now you have to move it to the other side of the lot, you could run up against zoning provisions that you wouldn't have in the first place. So there's a lot of considerations when you're doing a big project like that.
Information is king. So the more information you have before you get, money invested and get approvals, you're going to set yourself ahead of everybody else by getting that done.
Now, is there a Miss Dig in other states?
Every state has at least one, sometimes two, depending on the size of the
Are
state.
they named Miss Dig?
None of them are named Miss Dig.
You're the only one.
We're the only Miss Dig. Yeah.
And you're Mr. Dig.
And I'm Mr. Dig. Well, actually, we have a guy who's worked for us since he was 18 years old. He's been there 23 years.
He gets the title.
And he gets the title of Mr. Dig, yeah. He works in our UP office in
Oh, I
Glasgow.
was going to say, because when we do our Facebook Live lunch, can we have him?
Well, he would be happy to come down, I'm sure.
Maybe we could tie him in. They have Facebook. You can have a guest join in video.
Yeah.
Maybe we
yeah.
have him just say, hey,
Yeah.
sneak preview of Mr. Dig.
Right. Yeah, we'll have Derek on there. Perfect.
That's funny.
Perfect. The only problem is he's a Green Bay Packer fan. I don't know.
Oh, a cheesehead.
Yeah, cheesehead. Big
Oy.
time. Yeah.
All right, it's okay. We like cheeseheads.
Yeah.
As long as it's not Swiss cheese. All right, coming up next, we got more of Miss Dig. We're going to talk about questions to ask. How do we plan for it? And I also want to know about the future. Is the future virtual? Maybe the satellites and stuff? There's got to be a way they're doing it.
Right.
And maybe we'll get a few jokes out of you. I'm Adam Helfman. You're listening to the Hire It Done Radio Network.